So you kind of have like a 4-step process to accelerating financial independence, right?
Right.
Why don't you touch on those real quick?
Yeah, so I talk about like the biggest hurdle that everybody has is cash, right? If I were to do it by myself, I wouldn't have been able to buy an 18 unit. And if I tried saving the money, it probably would have taken me 10, 15 years or maybe more, right, to get to that level. So as far as cash, like, in the beginning, just to get started, just to get your feet wet, find a partner, find someone that you trust, find someone that you're going to get along with, that both parties know their roles, right? So if you don't have cash, maybe you can offer time. You can, find the deal. You can handle the operations. You can deal with the contractors, the property managers. So there's like a lot of value in that. So that's like step one. Step two, like finding a market, right? So for me, I live in Miami, and like right now, the deals you can't find a multifamily apartment complex in Miami for like less than $5 million, right? Everything's super expensive. Just a single family house on average is like $600,000-$700,000.
Jeez.
So, I would say pick a secondary market. If you want to find some value add deals, I like the Sun Belt area, so I like the southeast states. I specifically stay in like the Panhandle area because I went to FSU in Tallahassee, so I like that area a lot. What's the third step? Like mentor, right? So, having someone to lean on, to ask questions, to accelerate the process, and I forgot the fourth
Partnerships.
step.
Yeah, no, you good. The partnerships. You kind of touched on that in the first one,
Yeah.
anyways, with
So
cash. But yeah, so just emphasizing what you're saying. So cash, partners, market, and mentors. 4 ways to accelerate your financial freedom.
yeah, and a property manager, right? Because you're not going to be able to go back and forth every week. So you want to find a mom and pop property manager that doesn't have like, I don't know, over 500 units, that focuses on multifamily. Like my property manager in Pensacola, I kind of like, I found the property management company and there was like 4 or 5 property managers. So I went through their bios and I picked the one that I thought was going to pay the most attention to my property. And, yeah, like, just like line of communication, right? Like as long as I'm communicating with her, and like one of the first things I did was I had a meeting in her office, my wife and I, and her and our boss, and like I explained to her like exactly what I wanted to do with this deal, And I was going to tell her how I was going to renovate it, what I want to list it for, what do I expect, and they always are going to kind of like underplay it, and they'll like say, oh, I recommend to list it at, let's say, 850, when maybe you can push it to 1,000. And I always kind of ask for a little bit more and see how the market reacts.
Yeah.
Because if I settle at whatever they say, then I'll never know how much more I can push it, right? So property management, the line of communication is key. Making sure that they're doing all like the reporting, you're getting all the reporting. You got to be on top of them with like work orders and stuff like that. I had
Yes.
one property management company that was like, there was like AC repairs every other week, and it was kind of like, all right. So
Yeah, no, that's a good point right there. So even though you have a property manager, you're still managing the property manager, and you got to stay on top of that because, like you said, if these expenses keep happening and you're not in the know of it, then that could be money just going out the window for you. So
yeah,
so I definitely think that's
so
huge.